man. You guys ever seen this, man? This is pretty cool. Look. When you're coming down the land, they got a blue lights and a red lights and a white lights, man. Look at that runway, man. Look at that runway. Blue and red, man. You know why it's got blue and red, man? Well, it's got the blue because of the blue, of the ocean, with the flag, the United States flag. And they got the red, for caution, caution and help, stop and think about it, make sure your approach is right. And they got the white for all the stars, man, and say, hey, we got a building here, a building over there, and they got a runway, taxi line, So there might be planes over there next to the runway, so when you come in, make sure you got your direction and stuff right, because we don't want you crashing into planes might be waiting in the queue or parked on the site, So it's very, very, very complicated, but it's very simple if you pay attention. But man, it looks beautiful at night. Now, this is at night, some people, they wonder, like, when I sail on my sailboat, I sail around at night, there's less traffic, they're like, why are you sailing the boat at night? I'm like, because I got navigation lights, man. You see, at nighttime it's a little easier for some people to fly, because they got the lights and stuff, and they got instrumentation and stuff. And then other people, it's easier for them to fly during the day, man. So you got to know your limitations, okay? Just know your limitations. You guys ever read the Bible? You got lamentations, Lamentations. Oh, we have many lamentations, man. It's like angels, man. It's like angels mentoring, It's like the lamentations. Yeah, man, lamentations. And it's, it's like angels mentoring, educating, training, and teaching, informing others, nationally, for nations. Limitations, man. I just tell you about it all night long, all day, I think I could do this a lot, like some people on one side of the fence, other people on the other side of the fence, and they were like, oh man, what are we doing? You got the Air Force, you got the Marines, you got the Naval Coast Guard, you got the National Guard, Look at all these people, man. They all somehow work together, even though there's all kinds of different cultures and differences, Well, they say, we're worried about the industrial militarization. The industrial militarization? What are you talking about? The MI, am I sick? No, man. It's military intelligence. Why? It's because mankind's intelligence. Because, all the wars and fighting and stuff is stupid, So we said, military industrialization is not military industrialization. Okay? It's mankind's industrialization. To remember that we shouldn't fight over this or that. Act like a bunch of cavemen with no education. I got enough problems with that now, man. So we're trying to fix the education system. Now, imagine that, man. People were so greedy, and they just, want to blow each other up and do a bunch of stuff, and then they couldn't help it because, all the mental defects and stuff from all the degradation. Like degradation, yeah, people degrading each other. You know why? Because their minds were degraded and warped. They're degraded and warped because of the deficiencies. From all the chemical warfare, nuclear warfare, all kind of different stuff. People didn't follow safety protocols, And they go, oh, well, I could sue for that. I could sue for this. It's just a suing nation. And it should have been sowing truth, sowing stories and folks tales, and morals and ethics, so people didn't do dumb stuff, We'll sue for that, We'll take all this money and we'll just go, woo, party down, party with it, man, and make more problems, That's got to be the dumbest thing I ever heard, so... And we took all the way, and everybody act like they live in a jungle. So now we got a jungle, And then man, we got jungles and stuff, and they just start clearing it down. And it's like, man, I see this history. They had all these beautiful buildings and cool technology, and they don't understand it. But let's just bulldoze it all down, and we'll build it back up, bigger and better than before, with no wisdom and no education. And we end up with barren fields and deserts again. So well, maybe we'll do something different this time. Maybe. We'll make a Florida Extreme Fitness Center. Everybody thought it was all about bronze. And, no brains, don't worry, you just need bronze. Ooh. So, how about a Florida Extreme Fitness Center? To be fit, we've got to be mentally fit, physically fit. Mentally and physically fit. You know? Mental, physical. Mental, physical. Mental, physical. MP, like a military police, military industrialization. They call it the MIPS. You got MIPS, the military intelligence psychological solutions. He said, wow, we got a medical, MEPS. Did you go to MIPS? Military intelligence psychological solutions, you go to MEPS. Military emergency physical solutions. You see? Military emergency physical solutions and wars, drop bombs, shooting each other, and you go to the ER for emergency room. You go to MIPS though, you go to MIPS, that's military intelligence psychological solutions, and you go to an emergency rescue or an educational rescue or an enlightening rescue, and then that's what we like to call the other form of MEPS. Remember, there's two sides to the street. You watched the video below? Did you watch it? With the dry erase board, and I said, hey man, turn it to the side, meet in the middle ground. We said, well, you got on this side of the fence we had crazy stuff, on this side of the fence we had good stuff, and we could just meet in the middle, man. That's like a national security that never quits, man, and an economy that never ends, It's good trust, Instead of grand theft, we got good trust. And we go MEPS, man, MEPS, the other kind of MEPS. He goes, military education, providing solutions. Oh, man. Yeah, we learned our lessons from that stuff. We said, yeah, man, that's why we had the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. But nobody understood it. So he says, remember those corps, those core values? It's like a CV joint on a card, man. He said, why you call a car a call over the summer last summer? I said, well, last summer I said a car was like a call because we put a cell phone in a car and we called it a car phone, So he says, like a call to God, man. And he says, oh, man, a car phone? Yeah, man. It's like a cell phone? Yeah, because everybody was in a cell, man. Is in a cell, like a little terrorist group, fighting each other and biting each other and they're fighting like animals and stuff. We're like, man, maybe if we call it a mobile phone and get everybody mobile. Oh, mobile information? Yeah, because now it's not military information. Now it's mobile information to mobilize you into a better education of a better life. We go, oh, it's mobile information. Yeah, MIPS, man. Mobile information, psychological solution. Everybody got an educational tool right in the tips of their hands like a Star Trek, man. You go, Captain Kirk? Yeah, Captain Kirk, man. Did you try your tricorder yet? Your tricorder? Yeah, man. Used to cost $0.25 to call someone who cared. Now you can hold the phone in your hand and have the video and audio for like a free teaching school, man, for psychology. And then when you really want to get the technical stuff down, then you go to an actual school and your education can actually pay off. And they go, man, so you mean all those student loans, we were just getting student loans and going to college and can't find jobs and nothing, and it's all just crazy stuff, And he says, well, now we put value back into the education. They go, oh, my Lord. He said, yeah, man, the love of valuable education. They go, valuable education. The love of valuable education. That's love, man. And we say, man, educational value of love. You could turn it backwards and forwards all day long. And you go, man, there's a God above. And then you go, then there's a guardian above and a guardian below. So you don't mistake what I say when I say there's a guard above in our satellite systems. And there's guard below in our Secret Service and our social systems. You see? So I go, that's pretty cool stuff. And I go, yeah, man. I like to call that, the flex. You see? You see the sign that says Florida Extreme? I showed it to you in the other video, man. We'll zoom in on. Everybody got Zoom. And instead of doing Zoom, they should have been doing Flash. Like I take a picture of this, See, the flex. Yeah? Have you guys ever seen that? The flex? You see? FLEX. You see? Or, ID Americans, man. You see? Real ID. Everybody wanted to go to Real ID. They didn't know what Real ID meant. It was the real idea. The Israeli idea. Israeli idea, the informational system, the intelligence system, Israeli idea, You flex your brain muscles, man. Get some brains, okay? Or, informational diplomatic American, that's the language we speak, or informational, diplomatic alien, man. Doesn't matter with the space system, see? And you go, wow, that's pretty cool. And if you want to know the truth, man, you look at that letters and you're like, man, you mean the real education makes education? Yeah, the real enlightenment makes education. That's a fitness center for God, And I go, man, it's all over the place, man. And you go, what are you talking about? And I says, well, if you remember that, you could flex. Well, yeah, it's for loving education, multiplying. That's a fitness center for Christ. You take the F or the C off and you go, oh, for Christ? Yeah. Now you look at it again. You say, for Christ, information technology. See the fitness below? You say fitness center below at the bottom. You say FC for Christ, for wisdom, information technology, the Nintendo educational system, or, the network educational star system, or the network educational satellite system. Enter here, man. Get physically fit and mentally fit, and we'll make dreams happen. It's the American dream.